Hi, today I will like to help you to understand if you are running even a small clinic or whether it is a medium to big hospitals, how we can help you to grow your patient engagement, how you can build a very long-term relations so they can keep on coming to your facility, recommend your facility to other patient as well. So stay tuned with us. In your city, imagine this is your hospital, and along with this hospital, there is another hospital, so many hospitals around you. So, what the value that you are creating for your patient can help you to bring back again to your facility. Why he will keep on coming to your facility? That is one more important questions. Along with that, why he will recommend another patient to visit your facility? That is also the question. So you have to be keep a build a very strong relationship, a connectivity with your patient, so they can keep on coming and recommend to other facilities. So this is the something that we are working. You just have to see how many patients coming to your facility in a day, or after interval of time how many patients they again revisit. So that is why how many patients coming versus coming back, whether they are choosing again your doctor to consult your facilities for regular checkup, how many of the OPD patients or in entire month whatever the collection of OPD that you have, and they convert as an IPD in your facility. Can you able to identify the need of the patient at the right time when the patient needed this particular services, whether it is a doctor consultation or the diagnosis? Do you know if your patients are happy after your treatment? So that is something very important that you have to focus on. Most of the hospital unable to retain the patient because they don't know when the patients are leaving their facility, they are not at all happy, and in the market they do not recommend any other patients to visit to this facility again because the experience of the patient was not so good. So we have to understand, so whether the happy patients are going to be recommend your facility more frequently, they are going to become your promoter. So that is something very important. How about we can help you to grow your patient engagement, maintain the long-term relations, and increase the revenue for your facility. So this is something that we are going to do with you. So keep stay Enigma access the market data and information. What exactly that means? We do the deep data analytics and help the hospital to take the first action on it. We increase the market share. What exactly that means? Let's suppose your hospital is gaining 10 patients out of this 100 of hospitals or 50s of hospital nearby area. So you can probably improve 10 to 15 number of OPDs. So that is why that you can gain the market share. Once you will estimate the need of the patient at the right time, you will able to connect the patient, you will retain to your facility. So this is something that we are trying to do here. We can influence the patient decision also. So they can delay the checkups, they can delay the doctor consultation even if it is needed. It has happened most of the time with the diabetic, blood pressure, all the lifestyle disease segments, or even for the women care as well. So they have to be visit, consult with the doctor, do some regular checkups. So they are not going to do these things. So we can train them to take this action. So retention of the patient happen a long time, you will improve revenue. So how you will analyze the OPD patient data? It is a very complex process. Suppose in your hospital you are gaining 50 patients in a one day. You are generating on an average 10 checkups or something in 1 year. So one patient is carrying 10 PDF files if per day you are visiting 50 OPDs. 1 month you are again gaining 1000 number of patients. Then you are generating again the more number of PDFs, more number of checkups file. 1 year you have probably 10 to 12 thousands of PDF files along with 10 to 12,000 of patients. And if each patient carry the 10 PDF files like blood pressure, blood sugar, thyroid, lipid profile. So all this kind of compiled data on an average, if there is a 10 PDF file, so imagine how much data that you are collecting. It was a 1.2 lakh PDF files in your database or in your hospital management or the EMR files. So think about how you can extract that information when the patient is going to need how many patients. Most probably out of 12,000 there is a 2,000 patients or 3,000 patients needed a very frequent diagnosis for the cardiac issues. So how you can identify this particular group of patients are needed for a particular facility. So it is very possible for one person to extract that information out of 1.2 lakh PDF files. It will consume lot of time to download only. So data set. One patient we have assumed, okay, he is going for like fasting blood sugar, after meal, HbA1c, blood pressure, lipid profile, thyroid, hemoglobin, like normal BMI, physiology, medicine, home checkups data as well. So we assume there is 100 data sets, data point for one patient. So there is a two option that you are currently running. You either keep in hard copies, which is very tedious and costly, and again it will take 10 to 15 minutes to record and again retrieve the data. Hospital management software that you are keep on using, so it will very helpful for the billing and hospital managing everything, but downloading again the data for one patients, it is very tedious. Like to 10,000 patients you need to download nearly 1 lakh PDF file, and again you have to process the data and you have to extract that information. It will consume lot of time for you. So, and one of the major disadvantage, if some patients are checking the blood sugar at blood pressure at home, you cannot access this data in your hospital management software. There is no value to improve the patient engagement. You are unable to extract any information with the current existing technology whatsoever that you are using. Enigma is a something very different that we are trying to engage with you. It's a not at all hospital management or the EMR software. It is a purely data analysis software which brings with, there is a doctor, there is any staff member can see the patient's data of 1 year just in 45 seconds without downloading even a single PDF files. You can also access the home data as well. The patient can feed the blood sugar, blood pressure data whenever they are checking at home. So you are getting more continuous, the more deep data of the patient. So you will be able to connect the patient at the correct time. You will be able to retain the patient at the correct time. And you can identify the risk and complication that may happen in future. And you can consult with the patient to visit your facility for the next OPD, plan for the diagnosis which is required, and the IPD need maybe appear in the over the period of time, so he will choose to your facility also. The best part of the story, this platform is not integrated with any of the external applications or any of the government APIs. It is a purely hospital controlled platform. So we bring power to hospital for generate the business with information extraction. So once you have the deep information, you will automatically able to gain the patient as well. Suppose you need to see the one patient history from 2022 to 2023. You have to just log in into your dashboard. It will take just seconds and you can see the almost hundreds of data point just in 45 seconds by clicking any of the patient details. So this is how something the dashboard look like. So it will save the lot of time. It will going to be help you to make more money and the effort almost zero. You are a hospital, so we are assuming you have the IPD patient as well. You are not going to stay all the time in a hospital, right? So there is a staff nurse who will do the keep on after the surgery or when the patient in a IPD, blood pressure checkup, blood sugar, body temperature, BMI, that we know, SpO2, hemoglobin, lipid profile, thyroid, any test. So this hospital nurse can feed in this patient ID, and there is a like the continuous data you can access while sitting in your home just in fraction of seconds. So you don't need to call to your staff nurse, okay, give me this patient blood pressure, what is the blood sugar of this patients. So very frequently whenever they are doing checkup, you will be able to know the patient ID. You just click to the patient ID and you can know all the details while sitting to anywhere. So this is something we are trying to help to the doctors. They do not need to struggle with the patient engagement and the patient data access. How to use the patient, like how the patient is going to use or diagnosis lab or the doctor. It is a very simple process. We just bring a very small QR code and it is coming along with your unique organization ID. So every hospital will be get a unique organization ID. You just need to scan the QR code, feed the organization ID in the one click. Within a fraction of second they can connect to your facility and you will be able to access the data of the patients and we can analyze for you. So what is the basic advantage you will get here? It is very easy to use as a doctor. You don't need to feed the data. That is our task. We are not at all going to say कि okay doctors are going to feed the data. They are nothing like that. We will do the data management for you. We will do the analysis. We will create the structural health data which can become a patient-centric approach and we can able to understand the need of the patients at the correct time. It will going to save a lot of time. You believe or not, the one thing that you cannot buy with the money is time. And every doctors, if they can understand the patient need at the correct time, they can make the more money obviously. And it will be helpful for the patient as well because they are going to get the treatment at the right time. So far we have done 1,000+ patient analysis. Dashboard can be deployed within a 3 days in your hospital. We are going to give the training to the staff and it is a very just 3 days process. They will be going to understand this how to use the software, how to do the analysis, and if they are not, we have the dedicated support things so they can ask anytime what the things are required. So thank you for this is our details. You can feel free to connect with the email or the contact number. And we are the company since 2017, supported by the NASCOM and IM Ahmedabad incubation. So thank you so much for listening to me.